Controversy. That's what we have in Philly right now. Good afternoon. This is Jay Gantt from Jay Gantt, the Player Haters Radio Show. What is the controversy? Mike Vick. He is going to start over Kevin Cobb for Philadelphia, according to Andy Reid. Historically, you don't lose your job due to injury. We all still believe Kevin Cobb is still suffering under lingering versus that concussion that he had on week one. Right now, Vic gives him the better chance of winning, according to Andy Reid, and according to overall census upon the league. Vic has looked great in the past 2 weeks that he's played, and you have to go with your hot hand. My hand wasn't that hot last week. I was 9-7 with my NFL picks after going 12-4 for first week. So let's see if I can do this week. 13-3, 14-2. Let's see what we can do. So with no further ado, here are my picks for this week. Tennessee versus New York Giants in New York. Tennessee struggled last week, losing to Pittsburgh. Kerry Collins was put in the game after Vince Young was benched. I don't believe Vince should have been benched. However, Coach Jeff Reed said he did it for his quarterback safety. You got to have faith in your quarterback. If that's your starter, let him pull you through. I don't care who's playing against this week. I think the Giants are going to take care of business at home in New York. Cincinnati versus Carolina. Carolina is really struggling right now. They can't win home. They can't win away. They can't win in Japan. I don't think they're going to beat Cincinnati anyway. Cincinnati, that two-headed monster at wide receiver, great running game. Let's go with Cincinnati in that one. Pittsburgh versus Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh is another team with quarterback issues. Charlie Batch, their third-string quarterback, is going to start. They've re-signed Byron Leftwich this week. He was hurt as well, and everybody's still waiting for Ben Roethlisberger's suspension to go through. Again, Pittsburgh is still a much better team than Tampa Bay. Let's go with Pittsburgh here. Buffalo versus New England. Not even going to waste time with you on this one. New England in the landslide. Cleveland versus Baltimore. Baltimore struggled last week. Joe Flacco looked horrible, turned the ball over, but I think after a good week of practice, they'll be better to beat Cleveland. Let's go Baltimore here. San Fran versus Kansas City. Kansas City is 2-0, very hot in the AFC West. San Fran is 0-2, very cold in the NFC West. However, San Fran played a real good game against the Super Bowl champs last week. However, they turned the ball over a couple of times, and especially in the red zone. You can't be a quality NFL team and turn the ball over and not afford to score. I'm going to go with San Fran in this one. I believe they're going to work those kinks out. Kansas City, 2-0. I don't think it'll last long. Let's call for San Fran to break that streak. Dallas versus Houston. This is going to be a game that a lot of folks are watching. Dallas is 0-2. Houston's 2-0, and Houston wants to tell everybody they're for real. I got Houston winning this one, and I got some heads rolling in Dallas. If Dallas goes to 0-3, you may see some folks at the unemployment line. Detroit versus Minnesota. Minnesota, another 0-2 team who is expected to go to the Super Bowl. Brett and his boys, I think they'll get their act together this week, and I have them beating Detroit. Atlanta versus New Orleans, the defending Super Bowl champs. I see them taking care of the Falcons in this one. Let's go with New Orleans. Washington versus St. Louis in St. Louis. Washington lost a heartbreaker last week to Houston, a game that they were up by 17 points going into the fourth quarter. You have to beat a dog like a dog, and I see Washington beating St. Louis in this one here. Philly versus Jacksonville. Again, Mike Vick gets the start. Kevin Cobb on the bench. Let's go with the hot man. Let's go with Mike Vick. Philly over Jacksonville. Indy versus Denver. I'm not going to bet against Peyton Manning. Let's go with Indianapolis in this one. Oakland versus Arizona. Last week, Jason Campbell was benched, and a lot of feelings were hurt on that one. Brad Grakowski took Oakland, won the game, and right now they're going with Brad Grakowski in this game again. However, I have Arizona topping Oakland in Arizona. San Diego versus Seattle. Seattle has let me down all season. I'm not betting on Seattle this week, and quite frankly, San Diego is a much better team. I'm going San Diego here. New York Jets versus the Miami Dolphins in Miami. Miami has the Wildcat. Y'all heard me say it time and time again. I like that Wildcat. The Jets have some issues. Braylon Edwards was arrested this week with a DWI. A lot of static in that team right now. Hard Knocks is not really giving them the edge they thought it was going to give them. It's put them in the public eye. They've been talking a lot, but I think the Dolphins are going to shut them up this week and call for the Dolphins to win at home. Monday night's matchup, the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. It's normally a monster of a game. You got two great quarterbacks in this right now. Jay Cutler for the Bears is playing hot, and you also have Aaron Rodgers playing lights out football in Green Bay. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers, though. I can't really bet against the Packs right now. They're looking great. These have been my picks for the week. Let's hope I do a little bit better than what I did last week. Again, don't take them to the bank. Let's roll with what I got here. You roll with what you have. Again, this is Jay Gantt from Jay Gantt and the Player Haters. I'm signing off. I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.